Raday, Leavy.
Hey, what up, world? Thank you for coming by Raday's Rants. This is part 2 of 6 basic emotional needs. If you saw the first one, you saw security, mystery, significance, love, and connection, growth, and contribution. The reason why I have this set up the way it is because if you look at these, you see that they're almost counter opposites to each other, right? If you have, because the way some charts read it, they have it certainty and uncertainty, right? Pretty much polar opposites. That's why I kind of switched it up a little bit, and then you see, but for what it's worth, you see the contradiction there. That's why you need to be in tune with your star player to know what this means to you, right? And it's another thing when you look at significance and love and connection, well, what is significance? Significance is you want to be, for what it's worth, the absolute center of attention is just you. You're doing what you gotta do, what you want to do, and everybody's loving you. And then you also have that need for love and connection. And love and connection is that I don't want to be me. I want to be innocent with somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be the center of attention. I want to put my attention on somebody else. And, you can kind of see the opposites of how that works, right? Next, we have growth and contribution. Now, of all the 6, these two, they can really complement each other, but you can kind of see where they clash. But for what it's worth, growth, where you can kind of see it is if someone is so keen on growing, someone is so keen on learning and developing and all this other kind of good stuff, they might not have the time or whatever. They might not even care about giving to somebody else, right? And at the same time, you've seen these people that give and give and give and give, and for what it's worth, they kind of look up and ain't shit given to them. That's kind of what we see with contribution. But as far as, your star player, as far as your star player and everything like that, you need to find your push and you need to find your pull. Now, me personally, my push, the thing I hate the absolute most, the thing that really grinds my gears is security or certainty, in the sense that I cannot go to an office job, sit behind a desk every day. Every day is ordered for me. I'm on a schedule. I go and 6:30 I wake up. I go to the, I got my breakfast by like 7, and then by 8 I'm in the, I can't do that. Right? That's my push. Right? I know that that's my push. Right? But just because this is my push, uncertainty doesn't necessarily make it my pull. And this is what I kind of want to get at right here. Just because these are opposites does not mean that for you and your star player that just because this is your push, now it could be that easy, right? But for what it's worth, it's not. Me personally, my pull is significance, right? That's why I do a lot of what I do. I mean, that's why I do music, write books, all that other fun stuff. That's why I'm up here talking my shit. Like, significance. That is my pull, right? And for what it's worth, find what it is for you, But another thing that I kind of want to impart is that, yes, this is for me. I don't know what it is for you, but for me, this is my pull. It's significance, right? But like I said, it's a lot harder to find who you are and what you do like, as opposed to who you don't want to be and what you don't like. That comes, right? That comes in high school. You go through high school and or just school, and you say, you know what, I'm not a jock, right? Or I don't want to do band. Or I don't want to do that's what you're programmed to do. You go through life, like, I don't want to do this. I don't think I like doing that. Or I don't, that's what it is, right? But for what it's worth, finding your pool takes a lot more. Like, you gotta really, this is where they call finding yourself, right? And for what it's worth, I introduce another term in here, and it's called your key. There's a certain key that comes to unlocking your pool, right? And it's found somewhere in here. Like, okay, I'll give you an example. This is my push, right? This is what I don't do and what I won't do, right? And this is my pull. But my key to finding my pull was growth, right? Like, if you know me, you know I spent hours, days, weeks, months in books. Like, that's what I did. I studied, drove girlfriends crazy, studied, and just got into it, right? That's what I did. And through that, I was able to find myself. Now, is this everybody's formula? Can everybody just get into a book? No. I mean, I can tell you right now, but a lot of books are just boring. I read a lot of boring books that I admitted were boring, but I still felt like this is what I have to do, and it was part of my growth. Now, let's say that you're the same as me. For example, you hate security, you want significance, but you have a different key than me. Mine would be growth. Let's say that your key is contribution. Somebody texted me. But let's say that your key is contribution, meaning you will not find your significance unless you give. You will not find who you are and who you want to be, who you are meant to be, unless you give to people. And you're really open and you're really like, that's you. Me, growth. Let's say that you hate uncertainty. That's your push. You don't like moving around. You don't like, you kind of, I need to have my P's and Q's and everything all set up. But your pull is, we'll say, love and connection, right? I mean, that's what you want. That's your ultimate goal. You really want to be, but let's say you got your key for that is significance. You got to become that significant person. You got to put yourself in that position of, we'll say that position of power in order to find that person that you love. In order to really express that love, express that that oneness and connection that you want to feel with other people. So for what it's worth, I can't tell you what I mean, if we had a one-on-one conversation, I could help you, but I can't tell it's something that's up to you. I hope that this will help you. But like I said, you have your push, you have your pull, and you have your key. Find your key, and your pull will open up, right? And for what it's worth, running out of time here, but for what it's worth, you want to pull because your pull will get you where you want to a lot faster and a lot easier than your push. Because think about it. Here's a pen. That was the pull of gravity. That wasn't the push of anything. When you have a pull, it happens naturally. When you have a push, you're pushing and you're pushing and you're pushing and pushing and pushing, and you can tire. But a pull, it just happens. But with that, I will be seeing you on the next one. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned a little bit of something. And with that, I'm out.